topic is top 5 business social media tips. And we're going to give you some information about that as we go along. So let's get started. All right. Let's introduce ourselves here. We've got Russ at the top of the screen. Russ, you want to introduce yourself?
Sure. Hello, everyone. My name is Russ Festino. I am a programmer, currently also the technical evangelist for Algorand, the new blockchain.
Excellent. And you've been an MVP for several years there, I see.
Yeah, that's right. The Microsoft Most Valuable Professional Program. You got to love it.
Excellent. I'm going to skip over me. We'll go right to Rich. How you doing?
Pretty good. I'm here in Tonawanda, USA.
There you are. You got a week of rock coming up, right?
A week of rock coming up. I'm very excited. I'm going to be doing one of my own pieces that I wrote with you at Woodstock in 2009 called Woodstock 09. We're adding it to the program today. So we'll be doing an original song called Woodstock 09 this year. Can't wait.
Can't wait. That's fabulous.
I was just watching the film from last year that's posted on Facebook, the 2018. Fabulous show.
Yep, it is a good filming. All right, and I'm Gary Festino. I do the design work, some of the business social media and the marketing. I belong to some local groups here in Florida. One is the Bluffs Business Association, do their e-services director, and of course part of the In-Business Links network as well. And my day job is design for communication, where I design websites, business Facebook pages, and the like. And the evening job is with the Festino brothers, and we do app design. How about that? All right.
Yeah.
Some of the app design that we've got involved in is our famous Jethro Tull app that we worked with the fellows across the pond from England. We put this together. We've got a copyright on the app. It's in all the major stores, and we're making improvements all the time. In fact, there's a new release planning very shortly. And one nice new thing here is we got a new store. And it's all the FBI memorabilia. And let me just click on this link here. We'll bring up the store. And the store is right here. FBI memorabilia. We got a magic mug. We got T-shirts. We got another mug. We got hats. Then also it's a store for some of our other work. Richard just mentioned your Week of Rock, the current material, and all the way back to like 2014. So we've got the products, and we'd like to sell the products. So please get involved. Click on those links. All right.
The magic cup is wonderful.
That's it.
The picture comes out as you pour the coffee in. It's great.
All right. We'll get back to the presentation here and just get it fired up again. And
let's close that. There you go.
There we go. All right. And back into presentation mode here. Oh, I'm in editing mode. There we go. Okay. So that's all about FBI apps and what we do together as the three brothers. We at one time we were the only surviving three brothers, but now there's another Festino brothers that from grandchildren out there. All right. Okay, so we're going to save the introductions to the end. The other people joining us, and we'll get to know you as we go along as well. But if you have questions, please call in. We'll figure that out. Okay, here we are with the 5 business social media tips, the top ones. And some of you out there might recognize the song, 5 for each other. They are 3 together. They are 2 alone, and they are 1 person. Who could tell me who wrote that song and what the song title is out there? Have any guesses?
Come on, Rich. You're the musician.
I'm thinking. I don't know.
Oh, come on. Maybe you got to sing it because you probably do a better job than I am. Start again. 5 for each other. They are 3 together. They are 2 alone, and they are 1 person. No clue?
You got me.
You got you right here.
You stopped, huh?
Helplessly Hoping by Crosby, Stills and Nash and
Oh,
Young.
yes. Now I
This is
understand.
the Woodstock month, you know, coming
Woodstock,
up.
baby.
Woodstock
you'd get
50.
All right. Of course, I took some creative license when Crosby, Stills and
Yes.
Neil Young do it. It starts with one person. It starts with they are one person.
Yeah.
They are two alone. They are three together, and they are
Right,
four
oh
for each
boy.
other. But this goes with the theme here today. We're talking about 5 tips. So here we go. All right. The 5-fold social media tips that are great for your return on investment. And what investment am I talking about? I'm talking about a time investment, not necessarily monetarily, because most social media you could do on a very low budget. If you have to hire somebody or do an agency, it's a low cost compared to some of the other mediums that are out there. So your investment with this is really time or dedicating a person in the office to do this type of approach. So what we're talking about here is the 5 tips. This is the entire presentation. If you wanted to leave right now, this is the slide to leave with, okay? 5, targeted approach, we're going to talk about, and delight with photos and video, capitalize on what's trending, engage your audience, and support with traditional media. You can't forget your traditional media. So let's get right into the targeted approach. Use the best technology to introduce your products and services. So what we mean by that is that you have all these products out there, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Pinterest, and so forth. You got to know when to use them and where to use them. In fact, we have a map coming up that shows different parts of the country that use one particular type of social media. And so if you're traveling to that area, you might want to think about that. So, and these are not the only ones. These are some of the top 6, for example, but there's about 34 different platforms out there. We're only going to take the most popular ones right here and do a little comparison for you. But you got to learn the tools and you got to use that technology to introduce your products and services. All right. The targeted approach starts with, why are they good for you? How could you use these tools to your fullest potential? Well, let's start on the left there with Facebook. Facebook allows you to post with live video. That's a relatively new thing for Facebook. It's only been out about a year and a half or so. You could do live video, but you may not know that you could also delay that video if you wanted to edit it and then repost it or remove the post entirely. Something goes wrong with your live session and you don't want it publicized, you could actually remove it. All right. So that's some things to know. It gives you those editing capabilities with the luxury of a live broadcast. And they do all the streaming and the compressions and everything else for you. Years ago, actually not too many years ago, video was very hard to incorporate on websites because of the size of the medium. They take that all into consideration, and most of the video is not jerky, comes out clean, it's pristine. All right, Twitter now. They give you a branded business page. What's different about that from your Facebook fan page? Well, with Facebook is you have to have a personal account in order to have a business page. So it depends on an individual in your organization setting that up. Whereas Twitter, you could have a department or somebody like that set up your business page, not necessarily tied to an individual. All right. They're the leading industry leader in using hashtags and the @ symbol. The hashtags put you in categories. So if you use a hashtag for a particular thing, I often use FBI apps as a hashtag. So anybody looking for that particular hashtag would bring up all the stories that we've put out there over the last 2 or 3 years, all in one complete directory. And then the @ symbol allows you to put your direct links to your website or other landing pages or other or even other social media. It goes directly to those categories, to those targets. LinkedIn, the third column there, we're going to talk about that. It's a professional type of social media. It allows you to establish your leadership and your authority in that business. Your unique selling proposition, how you are different from somebody else in the industry. It allows you to put all that out there on a professional level. It's less social than the first two, less personal stories, but you can incorporate your community, especially if you're in a community and you support activities, like if you support the local baseball team or soccer team, you definitely should include that on your LinkedIn page. It's not only showing your community support, but it's also showing that it's also advertising your business as well.
Unique selling proposition.
That's it. Unique selling proposition. YouTube, one of the oldest and actually the second biggest social media network, owned by Google. You could share, edit, brand. You could even brand your videos. We had a client in England, in fact, Jethro Tull. We told them they should brand their videos, and now they're branding their videos. With their original content. So people, when they're looking at it, they know they're looking at an official video of Jethro Tull. All right, one of those tools that they have available to you. You could also do just audio. Rich, if you want to just put up a song,
Right.
and maybe a still picture, you could use YouTube for that as well. You don't have to have video, or it could be a combination of the both. And more importantly, as I mentioned, they share their search data with Google. So if you're looking to be found, YouTube is a place to go, and a lot of people do go there often. Snapchat is like the new kid on the block, been out there for a couple of years, 2-3 years now. And they're still the new kid on the block. They're suitable for marketing on a broad, large international scale. They're popular in the Midwest of our country. They're unique, and they have more modern tools than most of the people. And they also have the trending ads, the youth market up to 35. You'll see a lot of Nike ads. You'll see Netflix. You'll see a lot of things that you're competing with on a national scale. So if your business is on a national scale or international scale, Snapchat might be for you. Now, you have to, of course, produce polished videos. More than likely, they're canned. You've done them in the studio and you put them out there. Anyway, but there's capability of doing live video as well. So both Facebook and Snapchat do live video. Pinterest. You may know that you could pin your favorites. If you see a picture on Pinterest and you like it, like I've done some pins now for Buffalo, where we all grew up, the three Fassino brothers. I pinned some of the famous buildings, some of the Frank Lloyd Wright building that's there, some of the cemetery pictures that I was familiar with, and some of the other buildings. They had the World Exhibition there at one time. I pinned some of those. But you could also put up your own pictures and animations as well. So I think what we're going to do, one of our assignments here is to put up our magic mug that we talked about earlier, and put that up on Pinterest, because if you have a follower base, which you do, and I do, and most people do, whenever you put up something new or whenever you pin something, it gets automatically distributed to whoever's following you. They will be notified instantly that you like something or you put up something new. So that's the way to do it. If you got a new product, or if you got a new twist, or if you got a demonstration on a product, or anything that you want to put up there, so you had a picture, an animation, or a short video, anybody that's following you will be automatically notified instantly. All right, so that's a good thing. So it's really very timely. All right, next is, we talked about doing delight and educate with pictures, animations, and video. You all know the expression, one picture's worth 1,000 words. For that lady up in the right corner, she's got $99. It could be $99 million. She's happy. She's given the expression. She's comforting. And that's what you want to show out there in terms of the picture. People are intrigued by what that is. And then animation. What's old is new. Animations have been around since the beginning of the internet. But now they're back, and especially with GIFs. What you're looking at is a GIF for Jari. They wanted to equate their products with the Academy Awards, so I did this GIF for them, and with the starstruck kind of look and the red staircase coming down and so forth. It worked out for them very well. All right, so that's an animation. That's an animated GIF.
So did you do that animation there? That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I did the animation. And you do that in tools like Photoshop, for example.
Nice. And the videos, I mean, for my recent position I had at Wowza, I mean, videos are just through the roof now in terms of people watching them. I mean, the average has gone up from, 20 minutes a day to almost 40 minutes a day, nearly double in just the last couple of years. So definitely a trend there.
Definitely a trend. I mean, that's where it started. I mean, and the old newscast, they used to say film at 11, right? But they never said text at 11 or content at 11. It's film at 11, right? I mean, people want to see video. They don't have a lot of time to read through it. I mean, that's the case. Video is king. All right. You want to capitalize on what's trending, especially with Pinterest and some of the products that we talked about. You want to integrate your campaigns, your business campaigns, your marketing with anything that's happening socially around you, any merchandising that you want to do. You got those that picture of the mountain boots and the backpacks. That tells it all. I mean, you got a backpack that's available in every color. You got mountain boots that are extremely bright and colorful. You want to be able to express your merchandising right there. Your sports and entertainment, you want to do politics. That might be one that you want to be a little bit more careful with, because you might polarize certain parts of the population. So if you want to stay more neutral with politics, that might be the best thing to do. But you certainly could integrate it with especially just the good old American way kind of thing would work very well, especially during a holiday. We just had 4th of July, so if you want to piggyback on 4th of July sale, politics, that works. World events, we just had the women's soccer team win, and if you could use some of that material that's in there with your business, that's a wonderful thing. And both as a team sport, a women's sport, and so forth. So and something international as well. Employee recognition awards. Yeah.
Tonight's the home run derby, and tomorrow is the All-Star game in baseball. So those will be other things you can go to. But really, the trending thing is you really just got to be up on that. I remember when the Pokemon app first came out. I would see businesses that had signs saying, "Yeah, Pokemon is here. Come on in," and so they would attract people in.
That's right.
With that game, that was like the rage at one point, right?
Yeah. So. And then not too long ago, those little spinners on the right were very popular. Everybody had them. Put their logo on them. Every trade show you went to had those little spinners. For doing a little desktop exercising. Your environment, community, family, even family. People want to know, especially if you're a family-run business and you're passing it on from one generation to the next. We had Greco Farms out in Silver Creek, New York, passed from grandparents to their sons. You want to talk about that stuff. Engage your audience. And I can't say it enough. It's often. You got to keep doing it. You got to maintain your social media presence. You got to contribute to industry discussions. You got to show your expertise, basically. You got to like and comment on trends, as we were just alluding to. Share your community activities. All those are very good things for business and marketing, and focus on local issues. You don't want to really take sides because you might get polarized there, but you could focus on the issue. Whatever the issue is, you could find probably a middle ground to establish yourself. But content is king, and you got to just keep doing it. You got to do it all the time. Time is never ending with engaging your audience. So the best thing is to dedicate hours a day to do post on one of those, maybe even the popular social media that we looked at, or one of the other 34 that are out there. All right, so just keep doing it, never ending. Always make time to engage your audience. All right, and then finally here, the last pitch is you can't forget about your traditional media. You got to have banners if you're doing events. You got to do radio advertising. Postcards are still very good in the mail. Advertising on TV. You got store displays. How you present yourself amongst other products. You got magazine ads. You got newspaper ads, and you got billboards. All that still should be part of your marketing plan. Okay. And then in summary here, you got the 5 top techniques, right? Targeted approach, delight with photos and video, capitalize on what's trending, engage your audience, and support with traditional media. Content is king. That's it. And then finally, now, any questions? Here's some the resources that this presentation has put together. And here's the map I talked about a little earlier.
Oh, this is awesome.
Yeah. A nice thing is that you see a nice yellow streak down the middle of the country, which is Snapchat. Your Corn Belt states over there, up and down the Mississippi, are using Snapchat, which is so if you're going to Texas or you're going to Oklahoma, there, you might want to put your announcements on Snapchat, right there.
That's it.
The red is YouTube. You got Alaska. You got some of the, looks like Georgia,
Pennsylvania,
Virginia, right? But then your coastal states are all using Instagram. California, Florida, New York, Jersey. So Instagram is king there. And oddly enough, Facebook is concentrated in Ohio Valley, in the middle there, right?
That's cool.
And then way up top, up in Maine, up in Bernie's country. So he probably uses Facebook. And right, and Twitter. Where's Twitter? Twitter is out in the ocean. DC, Washington D.C.
That's it, man. You know who's responsible for
there, you know why? It's Washington D.C., right?
That's right. He won the election with Twitter.
That's it. That's it. And there's some other tools there as well. Reddit or Reddit. And that's a blogging capability. Of course, Instagram we didn't go over, and then YouTube is in there as well. So this is it. Any questions over here? I mean, we're gonna be able to make this available. These are our links. FBI. We have 3 newsletters going out there. Russell is in charge of the. Maybe you want to talk a little bit about that. FBI App Software Daily.
It's news.fastinobrothers.com. That's the music by the not music. It's news by the software computer industry. So anything new going on will be in there. Good read.
And then Richard, you do the Jethro Tull News by FBI Apps.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
It's going to be going out in about 10 minutes. I've been working on it for a couple of days, and it's the newsletter will be awesome this month. That's all I can say.
And what's the URL for that, Rich?
Right. You got anything on there about the new book coming out? Did you find an article about the book?
Yes. You got
a tall book. Yep.
Telling you to put your name in immediately. Put your skates on, he said.
That's got to be in by tomorrow. Yeah, the 9th, I think, on that. So that's tullnews.fastinobrothers.com.
That's right. That's right. That is it. And the Week of Rock, of course, is in there. And then I do a newsletter as well. It's called Tips and Bites. That's automated, and it brings up all the industry with marketing, websites, social media, and even Bitcoin is in there from time to time. And so you'll see that. That comes out 4 days a week. And of course, we got this program here, tips for business and apps development, and we got apps memorabilia. A lot of things going on. So please click on these links, and you'll see more about the business that we do and the organizations that we support. Any while we're talking about announcements, any MAD webinars coming up that you want to?
Yeah, I'm going to start doing some blockchain seminars locally. I did one a few weeks ago to Women Who Can Code, but I'm going to do that again. And also I'll be doing presenting abroad. Looks like I'll be going to Berlin again. And then
Excellent.
Some big conferences I'll be speaking at coming up. Silicon Valley Code Camp, DevUp is another one. My sessions got approved. So I'll be coming to a city near you globally.
All right, good. And then our next free webinar is October 14th, Columbus Day. All right, coming around. We do it every quarter. So I would think we could stop the recording at this point, and we'll have our guests introduce themselves and have a few minutes to kick around some of the ideas that we discussed today.